My name is Ruth Edgell, and this is Merry Meadows Farm Homestead. Morning all. So the sun is shining, we've had a lot of rain and everything's been washed clean. It's a beautiful day but very wet underfoot. Today I shall be preparing my eggs for sale, so if you'd like to learn a little bit about how I do that and what it entails, then stick around and we'll get on with it. So this is my egg station. We just have here a stainless steel table. Here's the shelf under the table where I store my eggs, not that there's many here at the moment. So here I have a little container that I store all the bits in. Now people want clean eggs. They come out of the chicken coop. They look like this, some of them. See, it's got a bit of dirt on it, a bit of grit. Here's one that has a big crack. You probably can't see that, but these are the things you need to look for when processing eggs. You can't sell a cracked egg, and there is actually a sort of guidelines, you know, there's a deepness. If it's just a little tick in the shell and the shell isn't broken, you can still sell it, but when it's actually split like this, it's a reject. So this goes under the shelf on a tray that I have set aside for the dog, so she'll have that for her tea tonight. So we need to inspect all the eggs, and we have sandpaper here, and we just give them a little smoothing over. We just want to get all the sawdust off. I don't know if you can see this. Here we are. We're just flicking very gently, giving them a dust really. There's another one with a bit on. Let's just get that off. So every egg needs to be inspected. I can't vlog everything I do all the time. So dealing with the birds that were taken by, or I don't know why, but some humans came in the middle of the night and culled some birds. Some foxes came in the middle of the night and culled some birds. And some dogs came in the middle of the night and culled some birds. And between all of them, I nearly lost my entire flock. I've now replenished it on top of everything else I've been doing. On my way to go and get some more birds, something's pulling off the birds and it's a bit of a mystery. I think it might be a dog because it doesn't look like fox. As a fox would probably leave more carnage and they kill more birds, and there's sort of, you know, devastation everywhere when it's a fox, but a dog might just pull off the odd one. So I've got a feeling that that is it. So I've actually managed to source some birds that are already layers. Someone has to get rid of their flock of birds because they're moving. So I'm going to give him a bit of a donation for those. They're laying hens and I'm going to get them home. So I'm in the car ready to go. So yeah, this month has just been, well, it's just been one thing after another, and I kind of filled you in a little bit in my last vlog. So you'll be pleased to know that Stephen is making a full recovery, and he's back here on the farm. He's out at work. He's gone back to work. His leg is mending. He's limping around, but it's all getting back to normal. So we are greatly relieved for that. And, you know, big shout out to the NHS, the National Health Service here in the UK, for their extremely good care. Okay, so that's the first tray done. This is the next one. And that, you know, is how things are. Everybody's struggling. And somehow we've got to plough on. I've applied for some assistance. I'm really dedicated to my farm. I'm really dedicated to regenerative agriculture because I think and believe it is the way forward to help mitigate climate change. Because farming, when it's a mixed farming system, is a holistic way of farming. It's a whole, it's a cycle. And everything, as we know, moves in spirals. Plants grow in spirals. Everything is moving cyclically. And so is the system of farming. And what I'm seeing a lot of is people who are disconnected to that cycle. And it's not just your average person who lives in a city who can be excused for not understanding the cycles of nature and farming. But these are scientists as well, who probably have also grown up in cities. There's a lot of disconnect. People aren't connected to the land. They love the land. They want to connect to it. They get joy from seeing beautiful green open spaces. But they don't understand the processes of how those spaces have become the way they are. Now, in this country, we have a lot of farmland and not so much wildland. And there's a reset happening, resetting the balance of nature. Because as we encroach more and more onto the natural world as humans and our societies, which cause very high levels of pollution, we are changing that balance out of proportion, hence the situation we are in. However, farming can address that balance. Now, there's a lot of negative talk at the moment saying that farming has caused all the problems. As we've cleared land and we've made fields, we've caused more of a problem. But it's not the clearing of land necessarily and the making of fields. It's the building of cities, all the concrete, that is the problem. And as much as farming can cause desertification, and has done where land has been mismanaged and overgrazed and has created desertification, it can also be managed well and properly and be kept in a pristine condition and become part of the solution. The southeast of the country is the most densely populated area of the country, and that is where there are water shortages. So it's human consumption that has created the lack of water in this country, not farming in itself. So we can be part of the solution, and regenerative agriculture is the way forward to be part of that solution, because we have to feed a growing human population. We have to balance everything, human living and our natural areas, and also feed ourselves. So how do we do that? And this is what regenerative agriculture is all about, is developing systems to be able to do all of those things and become part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Oh wow, look at this little egg. Is this not the tiniest little egg you ever did see? Basically, to give you an idea, that's my thumb, and it's just about bigger than the top of my thumb. What a sweetie. So here on this egg, I mean, you can see it's pretty much perfect all the way round, apart from this on the bottom, which is basically some just discoloration of the shell, and it's kind of calciated around it. Now, I probably won't sell this egg, because looking at it, people are just think, oh, there's something wrong with that. But there isn't anything wrong with it. This is a perfectly good egg. It is just the shell calciated. And so that one will go, that's a B egg, class B. So that is what I will eat. I will boil that or whatever. So because of all the problems that I've had with the birds, I'm in a position now where I've only just got enough eggs, so I'm going to go into the chicken coop now and try and find some more. So I've reinforced this chicken area by putting double netting it, and that seems to have kept the predators at bay. And we have a new addition to the farm. This is a guard goose. And the guard goose is called Sauvage. Sauvage with a French accent. Hello, Sauvage. How are you today? You're a good boy, Sauvage. Sauvage is over 20 years old. Hello, ladies. Have you laid any eggs for me today? Here you go, Sauvage. Here's your food. Come on, lad. Here. Sauvage. What's this? A very muddy egg. Packed eggs. Some eggs are just completely unsalvageable. So this one is one for the piggies. So now I've cleaned all the eggs. Now I have to date them. So I have a special system for that as well. So egg day is on a Wednesday. So these are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Over here we have Wednesday. So let's have a look at the calendar. So we're now in June. So we're starting here June, Thursday the 2nd. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So here I have my little rubber stamp and my ink. So once the eggs are stamped, we put them all on a clean tray. So we're not going to get them muddled up anymore, so they can all just be trayed up here. And when you stamp the eggs, this is another chance to make sure that they're clean and ready for sale. And this is now the moment to put any ones that are a little bit odd, like this one, to one side. So you only want the Class A eggs to go for sale. And these eggs I'm preparing are for a lady who buys pretty much, there's a private sale, they don't go to a shop. She has kept chickens in her life and she just loves really good quality free range eggs. So this lady will pay a little bit more for her eggs than she would pay in the supermarket. However, the quality is far greater, and also she gets them delivered. So there we are. All the eggs are ready for sale. 2 trays of clean eggs. So now all I have to do is pack them into these boxes. Oh, I'm racing down the field now. My neighbour's cows are grazing the land and they've got out of the field. Okay, let's go and see how they got out. Looks like the fence is down. Did they push their way through? Hello. Thanks all for watching. See you next time.